Okay, we are live now. Let's go ahead and pop out the chat. Let's pop that out, and I just have to paste this link into here. Apply close. There we go. Top chat goes to live chat. And then we're also going to share, copy, and go at what's up Styrofoam, what's up Thrifty, what's up Risen, at notifications live now. Was too busy to make a short today, so we gonna make a short live on stream. There we go. What is up, everyone? What's up, Jay-Z? What's up, Faded? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Shooked Artist? What's up, Azul? What's up, Brittany? What's up, Baseball Fan? What's up, Cheese? We got ignored? You did not. I had to send out the notification. What are you doing today? We're going to be editing. Well, we're going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to skip the tutorial video. When? Is that like recent? Because I feel like I maybe have been in a video like that before, but I don't know if is that recent? Anyways. Yes. Last 12 hours. Okay, I guess we're gonna react to that live on stream, guys. Let's find out why I'm in this video. All right, everyone.
This is the world's largest map art built.
We're going to watch this video. Hype editing stream? Yeah, well, we're not gonna watch. Oh my gosh, this video is 33 minutes long. So I am not going to watch the whole thing. I'm trying to see, is one of these my video? If so, you know what, let's just like scrub through, maybe I can find it. Or maybe the 8th one. Oh, okay. Are they just gonna show off my gold farm? That's neat if they are.
Yes, it works out. This gold farm's insane. I doubt I'm gonna get anyone who disagrees with that. And while it's possible to make some pretty impressive gold farms that are up on the nether roof, what this design by Dash 4 does, instead of dropping all the zombified piglins to kill
and they pronounced my name correctly.
Instead, they go through a series of nether portals until they're released at the top here.
Most YouTubers actually do pronounce my name correctly, which is nice of them.
Way up above the farm. Now, this is a change compared to the original version of the farm, which was really just Nembon's gold farm with an added overworld bridge to transport them up to the top of the world. And then with increases added to make it even faster, that got the drops for this farm up to 145,000 per hour. And if you're wondering, that's giving you 1,069.
Oh, this is the old. Why is he using the old
gold
design?
Blocks every single hour. And in single player too. It's completely friendly for that version. And with the added fact that you have to do basically no—
Bro, why did he use the old design? Thank you for featuring my video, but like, he didn't even do the 225k design, which is significantly better. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's okay. You know what? He promoted my video nonetheless.
That's
I appreciate that.
To get fun to use. And they offer the world download too, so it's fun for you to just go look at it, even if you're not going to go build in single player. And with all those gold blocks that you're getting from that—
Should I like— Yeah. Okay, well, sweet, I guess. That is interesting that they didn't use the right one. But you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Hopefully if anyone goes from this video, comment on vid now or I will find you, Dash. No. Hopefully if skip the tutorial like fans go and watch my video, they'll see outdated in the title and in the pinned comment, they'll see that there's a better version. Also, if you guys see what's going on in the background, the short that we're making today is going to be, hold on, I'll put my face, there you go, you can see, the least understood mechanic in Minecraft, which, in my humble opinion, there we go, in my humble opinion, has gotta be passive mob spawning. Also, do you guys like my thumbnail? I threw it together in like 5 minutes, and I did a thumbnail face, and it turned out horribly, and I think it's funny, so I just left it. So I haven't even scripted this video, so I don't know if we're gonna get it done in 2 hours. Sometimes a lot of the time they take longer than 2 hours to do. However, you guys will get to see, you know, like kind of the whole process of me making a short. So, what we're gonna be doing is we're talking about passive mob spawning, which is a very niche mechanic that not a lot of people know about. And what we have here, this is, oh, maybe Altarock. Yeah, okay, so what we have here, this is not entirely related to the video, but this is the design that I might go with for, this is the design that I might go with for the slowest farm, right? So basically how this works is, over here, there's, a mob is gonna spawn right here, right? Okay, so a pig or a sheep or something spawns on this, which then activates this, which starts the timer. This timer is exactly 400 ticks, and then we deload these chunks. So these chunks are not loaded right now. Well, they are, but like they're not. Like they are, they're loaded by, they're like render distance loaded, not simulation distance loaded. So then this timer is now on, and it goes every 400 ticks. And what it does is it pushes this block every 400 ticks. And so basically, all it does is every time that a mob spawns there, oh, you just saw it. It just instantly gets pushed into the portal. So we don't have to do any portal slicing. And also the beauty of this is that it's at Y0, or it's at Y negative 64. So because it's at Y negative 64, that means that the rates are really high, or are as high as they can be. So you can see that we have 0 pigs per hour, which is still, you know, which is ideal. Let's see. So 19,979 minutes divided by 60, that's 332.98. How fast can you type? I can get to 100, but like that's about it. Okay, so 333 hours. So 231 divided by 333, we get 0.69 pigs per hour. That's huge. Oh, where did the, oh, it's gone. So yeah, that is what we're currently rocking. The one thing that I am going to test, hello, can you say hi back? What's up, Levi? One thing that I'm gonna test is if putting something like a warped trapdoor here would increase the rates, because the thing that happens right now is mobs other than a pig and chicken spawn. Cows and sheep are also spawning. But if we put a trapdoor there, they won't. But that also, so did I mention this? The lower in the world that it is, I actually learned today that the mob spawning mechanics for passive mobs are like basically the same. They're basically the same. What's up, Buddha? They're basically the same as hostile mobs. So, same as hostile mobs, the lower in the world you go, the more of them spawn. So, what the thing about this is the lowest in the world that it can go. And that's good because it means more mobs total spawn. But what I don't know is if I put the trapdoor here, it'll reduce the amount of total spawns by about 50%. But it might increase how many pigs specifically we get, because only pigs can spawn there. You can see sometimes a sheep spawns. Instead, a pig maybe spawns. So I think while I write the script for this, we're going to do a test. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. While I write the script for this, we're going to test and see. That you said before that the most misunderstood mechanic in Minecraft was the spawn chunks. I don't know about that. Wait, did I write the most misunderstood? It's honestly like the least understood. Yeah, it's the least understood mechanic is passive mob spawning. Because most people wouldn't even know that passive mobs are able to spawn. because like you just almost never are going to see them spawn after chunks generate. So so that's what I'm going to talk about, like how passive mobs spawn and how they're able to spawn outside of this, or outside of just from chunks generating. Okay, anyways, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to not tick freeze. I'm just going to end the tick warp. And we're going to come over here and we're going to put this right here. Then we're going to come back. And what I'm going to do is, this is how you start the machine, right? Okay, so you start the machine by, you're going to stand here for a bit and wait for a passive mob to spawn. As soon as a passive mob spawns, then you turn your render distance down. High quality thumbnail, thank you, thank you. What's up, Deep Crafted? What's up, Abdulaziz? This has to be a fairly unknown topic. Oh, it totally is. When I look on like the Wikipedia article, it's like it like barely says anything. It's a very unknown topic. It was annoying for me to make this video, honestly, or it's annoying for me to like build this farm because I don't know, because I like don't have much information to go off of. Okay, so that guy spawned in. Now the first one happens, and now all I need to do is I unload those chunks, and now, so that's happened at an interval of 16. So now all of these, because this timer, this clock is exactly 400 ticks long, all of the pushes are gonna happen at intervals of 400, but it's also gonna be 16. Also insane thumbnail, thank you, thank you. So now we just tick warp, or forever, and we're gonna go spawn, tracking, stop, and then we're gonna start spawn tracking, and we will see in a little while how many passive mobs spawn. Okay, now you can see so far we have one chicken, but that's also, we've only been running for 30 minutes. This farm is going to be very it's going to be slow. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. If you're worried about the farm being fast, I don't think you have to worry. It's probably not going to be 1 gold block per year, but it's probably going to be pretty slow. What does the red sphere represent? That is the despawn, or that's the range that mobs can't spawn within. Okay, so here is the scripting phase of things. So I usually will start with whatever, I usually like to start with just whatever the title is. So it's going to be, this is the least understood mechanic in Minecraft. This is the least understood mechanic in Minecraft. It's passive, it's passive mob spawning, and everyone sees it's passive mob spawning, and it's pretty complicated. Why does your room look so dark? I don't know. I think it's the normal level of darkness. Are both of my lights on over here? Yeah, they are. Turn on my roommate's lamp. Maybe that slightly increases the brightness, but I don't know. Did that help? That's kind of how it always is, I think. When looking it up, essentially nothing comes up. Yeah. Will we have to give script recommendations due to the noise from the highway making you go crazy? True. Be sure to end the script with "and that's why." True. That is a good thing. Can we add recommendations to the script? Sure. It's passive mob spawning, and it's pretty complicated. It's weird to write this script because it's honestly not very complicated, because it's just exactly the same as hostile mob spawning. Put me in the short? No. What's up, Smiles? How's it going? Dash, do you feel comfortable in your room? Yeah, pretty much. What about it's not what you think? Probably won't do that. Instead of it's pretty complicated. Let me think about this. This is the least understood. It might be not least. Maybe I don't do least understood. Maybe I do most niche mechanic, or like, I don't know about niche. What if I just do like the least useful mechanic in Minecraft? I could do least useful. Wait, isn't that what I just did though? What did I do? What was my string short titled? Was that was my last short, wasn't it? Oh no, my last short was I'm jealous of Bedrock features. That was the weirdest mechanic in Minecraft. I used to use DaVinci Resolve so much. Word. What's the topic? I'm using Premiere Pro, and the topic is passive mob spawning. This short will also have a clean loop. I don't know if I'm gonna do a clean loop. I do them sometimes. I might, yeah, I think I might do the least useful mechanic, because then I can talk about designing. I can mention like the only thing that it's used, like the only thing that it's used for is like skyblock worlds and building slow gold farms. How much does a clean loop impact the viewer retention for shorts? I have no idea. I have no clue. I wonder if that's why people do it. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to that. On shorts, the only thing that I really look at is percentage of watch time. But that is kind of an interesting metric thing to look at. I wonder if doing a clean loop makes people watch longer because they're like, oh my gosh, it looped. The least used. Yeah, I could do least used. I could also just talk about how mob spawning in general works. Looping gets people to comment. Interesting. I think people do a clean loop so you can get above 100% on the viewer retention, so the algorithm pushes the short more. I don't think any video ever will get over 100%, I don't think any video is getting over 100% of viewer retention unless it's like a second long video. But, always someone going nice loop or the loop is clean for likes. I don't know. I haven't really noticed that. I could check that. Should I check the average view? No, I don't know which videos of mine I looped. I would maybe bother to check. Isn't mushroom spreading less used? Whether it is or not, I don't care. I'm still gonna title my video something clickbaity, probably. Because just saying, like, if you just make a title, like, say what you will about me clickbaiting a little bit, but if I write a title that's like, this is an unused mechanic, it's not as engaging as this is the least used thing. That's like, it's like how Camman, like, every one of his videos is like, this is the rarest block in Minecraft, and then a week later, this is the rarest block in Minecraft. It's fine. I watched this video 4 times before I realized what happens. Yeah. Okay, let's lock in, guys. I gotta lock in. I was about to suggest something, but I realized it's dumb. Alright, I gotta lock in. I don't know if I want to do least used or least understood. The only thing that is very interesting to me about passive mob spawning is the 400 tick delay that doesn't happen at a set time. It happens depending on like when you leave or rejoin the world. Is this the most overlooked mechanic? That could be decent. I could also just do like, this is the most unused mechanic. Or I don't know. Bet you don't understand this mechanic. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Okay, hold on. I actually have something that I want to test real fast before I get into the video. Or before I write the script, because I want to know... I need to figure out, basically... I'll do a longer test of this later. What I need to figure out is what causes this number, what causes the time that the mobs spawn to change, right? So, the mobs spawn at a set time, and what I need to know is, I need to know why it sometimes is earlier than other times, if that makes any sense. So, wait, hold on. I have this. I have, these two command blocks that I'm gonna need. This just, and then this one kills everything. Okay, cool. All right, here's what we need to find out. 99% of Minecrafters don't know this mechanic. Yeah, that would work, maybe. Most unused makes it sound like it's underrated. Oh, true. This hidden feature is game breaking. But is it game breaking? I could do that ironically. I could be like, this hidden feature is game breaking, and then at the end be like, if you use this to make a zombie pigmen farm, you can get nearly 1 gold block every 27 hours or whatever. I could do that. Hopefully this short won't be like a mobile game ad. Only 1% of Minecraft players make use of this mechanic. Make use is a little wordy, but see, notice how that was at 8? Are they all going to be at 8? No, they're still... Okay, they're at 11. So what I want to try, though, is I want to try going through a nether portal and seeing if that changes it. I'm assuming it will. I'm guessing that leaving the chunks, or like leaving the world and leaving the dimension will both cause mobs to stop spawning on like at their turn. See, that changed it to 10. If I go back through, chill here for a second. The rarest item in Minecraft, true. This is the most intense hidden feature that nobody knows about. That's way too wordy. Far too wordy, guys. Why don't you stream to YouTube Shorts? Because I like the vertical format. I could. I actually only learned that you could do that a few days ago, but if I streamed to YouTube Shorts, I don't know that of being able, like, as far as I know, I'm not able to, oh, interesting. This is not actually impacting things like I thought it would. So it must just be leaving the world has an impact on it. I don't know. You can multi-stream, so 1 to normal and 1 to YouTube Shorts. Okay, I would have to set that up, but I didn't know you could do that, to be honest. See, it's really weird. It's like hard to know why and when, but they do change. Like if I fly out of the area. Oh, you know what flying out of the area might be doing? No, I don't know. One of my friends did it, and it's relatively easy to set up. To get a lot of viewers being streamed on YouTube Shorts, you just need multiple instances of OBS running. Huh. Okay, anyways. Also, I heard that short streaming is really unstable. I have no idea. Alright, so... I don't know exactly how to do this. How do I... What was the idea that I... What should I do? I could do another, like, I just learned this video. Like, I just learned... I mean, this wouldn't even be true, but I could do, like, I just learned that mobs in Java Edition, or that you can make passive mob farms in Java Edition, and it's really complicated. And then I explain how it works. Streamlabs bot still shows up in the stream chat overlay. Yeah, I tried to fix that. I turned off the setting that makes it so that it doesn't show, so that it's supposed to not show common bots, but maybe just be direct. This is how passive mob spawning works. That doesn't sound as much fun. What's up, low gangster? Yeah, I think you fixed Nightbot, but not Streamlabs. Yeah, that's not my fault. Streamlabs, like the chat box is run through Streamlabs, and Streamlabs still doesn't block their own bot. So I don't. Oh, yeah, no, it's Streamlabs. I don't know. I don't know if I can fix that. Okay. Anyways, let's just start typing, and maybe I'll find what I want to say along the way. So I just learned that you can make passive mob farms. And I don't mean like this. And then I would show you know, just like a little pen. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this. Because the requirements for it to happen are really strict. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Yeah. I'm gonna be showcasing. That's so long, guys. You have to not come up with the longest sentences imaginable. I am gonna be showcasing the most unknown topic in Minecraft. And most people don't know this because the requirements for it to happen, and most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for two reasons. The first is when chunks are generated. I think there is, hold on, mob spawning Minecraft. I think it's like a 1/4 chance or something that passive mob spawn. 1 in 10 newly generated chunks. There we go. The first is when chunks are generated. 1 in 10 of them will spawn. Will try to spawn with mobs in it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I need my mic. I don't know. I hate moving my stuff because I moved my mic and it was perfect before I left for spring break. And then when I moved it back, now when I'm typing, I hit my mic with my hand. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's annoying. And if I move my mic up too much, then it blocks too much of my screen. I don't know how to not have it do that. I guess I could move it closer to my mouth, but that might make me like insanely loud. Maybe I'll have it like in the middle. Oh, I guess that works. Okay. But that's not what I'm talking about. Or, no, that's not what the first is when chunks are generated. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn mobs in it. And the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs. And the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn. If you want it to go I know. Blue Room, I understand how to use OBS. It seems like a mess. What are you telling me to write that? Or are you telling me that my script seems like a mess? Did you know you can make a farm this way? Yeah, that could also be an interesting way to do it. Like, did you know? What about instead, because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons? What about in circumstances? That's just saying the same word, but that's saying the same sentence, but with more syllables. Know this whole process? Thanks, I guess. I think actually what I'm gonna do, I just learned that you can make animal farms. And I don't mean like this. I mean that animals can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs, I just learned that you can make passive mob farms. Like passive mob farms, like pig farms and chicken, like cow farms and pig farms. Because I feel like some people might not know what passive mob farms are, so I'll do that. And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. The first is when chunks are generated. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with mobs in it. And the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they try to spawn every tick. I finished my YouTube banner. Nice. Yeah, it does crop it. I remember making one for an old YouTube channel, and I made it so that, like, there was extra detail if you looked at my channel banner on like, a TV. I don't think I did that for this one. I think I just made it so that it's just a solid color if you look at it on TV. Surely if they don't know what a passive mob farm is, they would not continue watching as it would not interest them. No, I mean, if it's Minecraft information, even if they don't understand it, if you explain it in such a way that they do understand it, then they'll keep watching it. Could put a bit more effort in to make it good, but I don't care. No worries. What's up, Pingus? What's up, Alaya? How's it going? The current album cover, but with a cat instead of a ball. Oh, the Currents album cover? Interesting. Okay, anyways. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they will try to spawn every tick. Where they will try to spawn constantly. For passive mobs, passive mobs try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. So, and the first tick that they start spawning on changes. I don't know, how do I phrase that? And you might think that the passive mobs try to spawn at tick 0, 400, 800, and so on. But they actually always spawn around 200. But the exact number can vary. I would love to remove this from the video because this is getting really technical and people might not understand what it means. But I don't know if I have enough stuff to talk about otherwise, so we'll see. Maybe change second to moment or instant. Word. Maybe I will do that. Do you speak out loud when writing the script when you're alone? I like to. It's a lot easier to write, to read. it's a lot easier to like figure out how it's gonna sound coming out of my own mouth when I'm writing it for myself. Passive mobs try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. So, you know what I'll say? So you can actually figure out the exact moment. So you can actually figure out the exact moment that a passive mob is going to spawn by. So you can actually figure out the exact moment that a passive mob is going to spawn by having a 20-second timer that starts as soon as a passive mob spawns. Then the next passive mob will spawn. I guess that's not exactly true. I'm about to look through your shorts to find a good way it sounds. A good way what sounds? You should break the sound barrier. That is... I don't even think that's what breaking the sound barrier means. You just mean like clipping my mic really hard? Isn't breaking the sound barrier when you like travel so fast that it breaks the sound barrier? Okay. So you can actually figure out the exact moment that a passive mob is going to spawn by having a 20-second timer that starts as soon as a passive mob spawns. Then all future animals will spawn 20 seconds from the first one. Passive mob spawning also works similarly. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. I just learned that you can make a passive mob farm like cow farms and pig farms, and I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for two reasons. The first is when chunks are generated, 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with mobs in it. And the second is if there are less than 10 mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn in to fill the mob cap. But most people will never see this happen because there's almost always almost always hold on, what's a number? We're gonna generate a new world to see. I feel like there's usually like hundreds of passive mobs in the game. Okay, I'm back. Turns out taking the trash isn't the greatest side quest of all time. Dang. Alright, let's see. We have 104 creatures in the world right now, and my render distance is at 10. Because there's almost always hundreds of creatures around you at all times. There we go. Almost always enough mobs. Well, I would rather say hundreds of creatures and then put a visual on the screen. And then we can just show like a bunch of mobs. Okay. But most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all of them, including the ones in your, but if you get rid of all of the animals, you know what? Hold on. And so the first is when chunks are generated, 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with mobs in it. And the second is if there are, how do I The first is when chunks are generated, 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in it, in it, regardless of the passive mob cap. And the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. But most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they try to spawn constantly. Is it not meant to say in them, not in it? Where did I say? 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn mobs in them. I guess that's fine. I don't really think that matters. I always imagine Dash in Shorts and Dash in live streams as 2 separate people. That's interesting. I don't really think that matters that much, but it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they try to spawn constantly. Passive mobs try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. So you can actually figure out the exact moment that a passive mob is going to spawn by having a 20-second timer that starts as soon as a passive mob spawns. Then all future animals will spawn 20 seconds from the first one. Hold on, I have to pull up this. This is how I know if my short is going to be the right length. So let's see. Oh, I have 1 sentence left. Okay, I'm probably gonna remove this most likely. Passive mob spawning also works similarly, but it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning. But passive mob spawning does work similarly to hostile mob spawning in that you need to be 24 blocks away from grass. Does work similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the grass is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn, or the lower the spawning platform. But passive mob spawning does work similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Hello, I am a turtle. Oh, I am a turtle. What's up? I am a turtle. In the sense that the lower your Y level is, I think this is fine. What is your favorite music disc? Cat. How many 9-year-olds do you think will try and correct you in the comments for this short? Oh, I'm sure plenty. Because what's gonna happen inevitably is people, if I have time, I'm gonna add something that's like, or if you're in Bedrock, this just happens all the time. Because that will hopefully prevent some of the 9-year-olds from being like, actually, I play Bedrock and I see passive mob spawn all the time. I just learned that I could maybe, if I have time, include like in Java somewhere in here. Some people just never check. True. More likely it is that a mob will spawn. Additionally is too long. Also, passive mob spawning. The grass needs to be 128, or needs to be at least 24 blocks away from you for animals to spawn. And oh, I should definitely mention that they can only spawn on grass blocks. Oh, actually, that's probably not even true, is it? Because I would imagine that, like, I bet when it comes to chunks generating, the animals can spawn no matter what. But when it comes to them, the mobs, when it comes to mobs just spawning normally, like I think that they can spawn only on grass. But you see animals in the desert, don't you? That's because of that's because of them generating from the chunks, though. You're starting your sentences with but a lot. I don't think I care about that, but let's see. Oh, this should probably be a so. But most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. So if you get rid of... and the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill in the mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the mobs of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. I think that's fine, but it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning where they try to spawn constantly. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, the grass needs to be at least 24 blocks away from you for animals to spawn, and they won't spawn if the grass the grass needs to be within 24, I can shorten this, within 24 and 128 blocks of you for animals to spawn. There we go. I love scrolling through your comments and seeing how many wrong comments there are about Bedrock mechanics. That is very, very common. What's up, Mathosphere? How's it going? It's only grass, I think. Yeah, I believe it is only grass, but let's see. Can I search the word grass? Passive mob spawning. If it is not a strider, if it is a mushroom, mushrooms can spawn on mycelium. If it's a turtle, they can, okay. Turtles can spawn on sand. Parrots can spawn on several blocks. Oh, rabbits can spawn on different blocks. Oh yeah, you know what? I've seen foxes. Foxes can spawn on snow blocks. So I guess I won't mention... how do I do this? Let's see. Always Bedrock mechanics people get wrong, which I guess makes sense. No, people get Java mechanics wrong plenty. I made a video talking about a Java mechanic, talking about chunk loading a while back. Million people got it, like, just didn't know what they were talking about, but commented anyway. So much so that I made a follow-up video to correct them, and they still would argue with me, even though they were just, like, entirely wrong. Like, I made a video, like, hey guys, so you're wrong, and here's why. And then they were like, no, but actually you're wrong. And that was fun. Maybe you could and say, except for a few, and pan over. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. One second, guys. Okay, guys. Anyways, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I have like 4 people in my room right now, and they were all trying to be quiet, but I just in the background hear one of my friends just cracking up because he's trying to be quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but they're very loud and they're distracting. All right, anyways, show them. Hey guys, you want to be on the stream? Okay. I don't think they do. I don't know. All right, I'm taking that as they don't. I want to see their guilty faces. All right. Anyways, guys, back to mining and crafting. Tell them I said hi. No. Okay, so I just learned that you can make passive. I like the suggestion of passive mobs will only try to spawn. Oh wait. Okay, so and the second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs. So most people passive mobs will only try to spawn. But okay. But if you get rid of, you may see animals spawn. Okay, so then we say the suggestion of like saying except for a few and showing the few that are capable of spawning elsewhere is a really good suggestion. A few mobs are able to spawn on other blocks, and then we show these. For all others, I'm gonna open a second tab just so I can scroll up higher to are camels able to? No. Okay. Oh wow, there's so many mobs that can spawn like passively. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so most mobs. The laughing isn't actually the other people in your room. It's me living in your walls. Word. My stream is kind of wacky right now, so I'm gonna dip. All right, see you later, shrews. Tell them to subscribe. I think some of them are actually subscribed already. Okay, but if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. You may see animals spawn. Animals, I'll say most animals, but it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning. As hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on almost any block. On almost any block. Most animals can only spawn on grass, with a few exceptions. And then I show the thing. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs. How much room do I have? Oh, I've already exceeded my word limit. That is tragic. All right, so we gotta shorten this bad boy. Some of them, not all, through make your friends a part of your pumpkin legacy, perhaps. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn within they can only spawn within 24 and 128 blocks of you. What other information do I have? How do you tell when a script is too long? I just go based off of previous scripts, which are this. Oh, this is way too long. I hate numbers. I don't understand why we have number keys. Just type the word. The problem for me as a script writer is that every single time I write the numbers just on instinct, and then the problem is that typing out the word 20 is much longer than typing out the whole, or than typing out 400. And now 24 and 128, and now the script is even longer, and that's bad, and I hate numbers. We need no more numbers. Do you read it all out to see how long it takes when script editing? I just record it and then see how long it is, and then I try and get it to be under the length if I need to change sentences. I know for a fact I need to change the sentences now, though, because this is, you can see this one I think was honestly on the long end of things, and this one is is like several words longer, so I need to shorten this. Did you know you can make passive mob farms, like passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. One is when chunks generate. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn. 1 of 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in them. We get rid of regardless of the passive mob cap. And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the mobs in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on almost any block. Most animals can only spawn on grass, with a few exceptions. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds or 400 ticks. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn within 24 and 128 blocks of you. I'll probably need one additional sentence for the TikTok version, because that one needs to be longer than 1 minute. What is one additional fact about this? So using this information, using passive mob spawning, you can make really slow gold farms. Should I just maybe I tease my next video? Hopefully it comes out. I actually do think that maybe I can get it out because it's gonna be short. It's gonna be like 4 minutes long or something. What's up, Roy? How's it going? I'm just saying, if I get an April Fool's video out, it's gonna be really short, and it's also because the whole project, most of the video is gonna be explaining how it was designed. The actual building of that farm is not gonna be that much. So I might be able to do it. Assuming I probably won't. Oh, well, this isn't the world. But the other world where I have the slowest gold farm design, that is it's gonna take me one stream to build that probably. So I feel like I might be able to get more done. The one problem is I have to dig down to Bedrock, which is unfortunate. Where can I do that though? Where can I dig down to Bedrock? What biomes will passive mobs spawn in? Do passive mobs only spawn in certain biomes? Common animals do not spawn in desert, badlands, beach, snowy plains, river, ocean, or mushroom fields. Okay. What biome could I dig down in? I might have to make a 3D quarry just for a small area. Hello, sir. I'm here from India and it's 6 a.m. here. I woke up and now I'm watching you. Sweet. Dash, never dig straight down. Don't break the Minecraft rule. I've broken that Minecraft rule 1,000 times. What's a biome that doesn't have a lot of water in it other than these ones? Are there any biomes that don't have a lot of water in them? Can passive mobs spawn? Theoretically, could a passive mob spawn in a in a in like the wooded Badlands biome, because it doesn't name that. It doesn't specifically say that, so maybe they could. I'm halfway to getting something named after me. Hype. Okay, and they can only spawn within 24 and 128 blocks of you. So using, oh, you know what we can add? We can just add the Bedrock line. Oh, I would love that to be in the main version though. Or if you're in Bedrock Minecraft, or if you're in Bedrock, passive mobs just spawn all the time. So that's this line right here is the line that will probably go into the TikTok version. Unless I can somehow fit it into the main one, which I'm kind of doubtful that I can. I just don't think, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to make it. Which is unfortunate because I know a million people are going to comment it. Maybe I'll just do a pinned comment and say like, this is for Bedrock Edition, or this is for Java Edition, Bedrock Edition. In Bedrock, passive mobs spawn all the time. Sir, can we make a gold farm without turtle egg? Probably. I'm sure there are some. Okay, anyways. Okay. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for two reasons. One is when, okay, let's just record this and then we're gonna record it and then I'm going to see if the audio is a good length. Even if you mention in a video and add a pinned comment, yeah, that's fair. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about it. All right. Ooh. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for two reasons. One is when chunks generate. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in them. And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, and second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in unloaded chunks. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on almost any block. Most animals can only spawn on grass, with a few exceptions. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. Oh, you know what? I could probably get rid of this. I don't even mention the ticks thing. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn with... I have to, not burp, but, I have... Give me a second. Dash, the highlighted statement isn't technically correct. There's a strict passive mob cap, so only, whatever. It's fine. If someone decides to correct me, that's okay. if someone decides to correct me on Bedrock, that's fine. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn within 24 and 128 blocks of you. Or if you're in Bedrock, passive mobs just spawn all the time. Did you know that you can make passive mob farms, and I don't mean like this, I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java. Let's do that. I think I might be able to fit that. Ooh, namaste. 1 second. This is called a long, not a short. No, it's not. It's not a big deal. Just letting you know. Fair enough. All right. I mean, and I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java Edition. Alright, that should be good. There's a small chance that I will need... Maybe it's even larger than small. I don't know. There's a chance that I will need to record myself saying like and follow for more to make sure. Oh, this is where I got the thumbnail image from my last full-length video, but we're gonna open Premiere. I just realized every time I correct you on Bedrock mechanics, I sound so pretentious. I don't think that's true. I think it sounds fine. Let me create a folder. Bam. What is this? Passive mob farming. I'll just title it that. There we go. Okay. Passive mob farming. Now we create that. There we go. Swear Dash is a different person between shorts and streams. I'm a different person. Everyone is a different person during a short and a stream. During a short, you have to like get rid of all like any filler. Like, what do you expect me to do during a short? Just like make it longer than a minute? Yeah, just have your short be long enough to have filler. Current documented dash is normal dash, YouTube dash, and sus dash. I have different personalities. So true. Passive mob farming. Unless, like, I don't know. Unless you mean something else by, like, I'm a different person during shorts. Like, I feel like there's a pretty good overlap between what I do in, like, long-form videos and short-form videos. And honestly, there's a pretty good overlap between what I do in shorts and in my streams. I'm just like, because my streams are just doing long form videos pretty much. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's my screenshot of me. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I stopped recording, right? Okay, I did. Passive mob farming. Guys, believe it or not, I'm actually semi-organized with my files now. If you recall, these files, I don't need them. If you recall, I used to be horrendously disorganized with files, and I still have a good amount of files that are not organized, but I organize short files, which is good. I get it now. There. Did you figure out how to put water in the nether? Not personally, no. Unbelievable, fake. What did I do? What's unbelievable and fake? Okay. Anyways, let's import. Bam, bam. What did I name it? I named it passive, so P for passive. Passive mob farming. There we go. Bam. Guys, this week is gonna be rough. It's been a while since I've had to edit like all my shorts, and my editor's going on vacation. I'm literally gonna have to edit my shorts all by myself. Which, like, shouldn't really be that big of a deal, because I used to do that, but, like, it is going to be annoying. especially since I really need to also work on the full-length video. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. Did you know you can make passive mob? Why does it clip like that? That's so sad. Did you know you can make passive mob? You know you can make passive. I think it's because it clipped, so it sounds really bad. But you are a god at editing. Thank you. Do you use Audacity? No, I just use OBS to record my voice. I know a lot of people use like Audacity and stuff, but like I don't know. I'm not enough of an audiophile to like need to use Audacity. The one thing that's hard is I don't want my mic to clip, but I also don't want my voice to be so quiet during streams. So like if I turned my gain down, right? Now I'm like gonna be much quieter. And now if I say passive, passive, it doesn't clip, but then the rest of my voice when I'm talking normally and not saying a P sound is gonna be too quiet. I just use OBS and then retach the audio track. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, so I'm gonna re-record that single line because it sounds really bad. Passive mob. I don't know if you can hear it. You can make passive mob. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I can just do a little bit of audio editing. Let's see. Can I just like... Oh, wait. Hold on. Forgot to do that. What if I do this? Is this the problem? Actually, that might be... Oh, you know what? That might be the sound of my chair. That might be my chair making a noise, which I also don't want, so I'll just re-record the line. It's fine. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. So let's just delete that. There we go. You have a windscreen? I do. I don't know if it actually does all that much, but I do have a windscreen. I heard it. That's good. I recently fixed an issue, or I recently like made my audio a little better. I used to have the gain on my mic a lot higher, and so sometimes I think clipping happened more back then, but it's really difficult to avoid clipping. Well, you know what, honestly? You know what it is? You know why I should use Audacity? Because on Audacity, I could just keep the gain really low and then never have clipping ever, but then it would just mean more editing for me. Like, it would just mean that I would have to edit more audio. The audio would be more annoying to edit. However, and also, one thing that I like about recording my audio in OBS is that the audio sounds exactly the same as my stream, but I do clip more often. I currently use the free version of HitFilm for editing. It has a bunch of weird quirks, but for a beginner, it's great. Word. Okay, I need to drag this back over to my tab. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Did you know you can make passive mob farms? I'm just trying to get a bunch of takes. Did you know, hold on, I need to not move my arm. I like to like talk with my hands, but I also like make a little bit of noise on my chair when I move, so it's bad. Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Did you know you can make passive mob farms? All right, I'm sure that one of those is probably good enough. Hopefully. I hope. It clips when you pronounce P's. Yeah, I figured it would. But maybe one of those doesn't. I mean, that's just like how P sounds work. P's always clip, which is unfortunate. But hopefully one of those doesn't clip as hard or something. I don't know. There's a chance that it clipped anyway, and I'm gonna have to like turn my gain down and then record it. Let's see. You have a pop filter? I forgot what a pop filter is. Is that the fluffy one? Oh no, you know what? I have a pop filter. I don't have a wind filter. I have a pop filter. Yeah. I have the one that comes with my mic. But it does not get rid of the plosive sounds like it should. Or as well as another one would work. Or maybe I just have my gain too high in general. I don't know. Okay, let's see.
Respawn after you kill.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
You know you can make passive mob.
Oh yeah, it's still
passive
clipping.
mob. Make passive mob. No, you can make passive mob farm.
How, dude? It's actually ridiculous. Why is the P sound so much
Did you know
louder?
you can make passive mob?
Like, why does that have to be the case?
I need to not move my arm. Did you know you can make passive mob?
Oh, that one was pretty good.
Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Did you know you can make passive mob farms? Did you know you can make passive mob farm?
That one's fine. That one's good. We're using that. Bam. 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 Get rid of that. Turn the gain on this up.
Did you know you can make passive mob farm? And I don't mean like...
Oh. I cut a little bit too much. It just says passive mob farm.
Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And
Oh, that's such a garbage hook. I'm not gonna lie. That hook is not good. What's the green box in the upper left? Oh, this is like has effects controls. It has your audio meters. My face cam covers it, but such a bad hook. I don't know. I'm like tempted to change it, but like I'm also kind of lazy to change it. And like I don't know. I don't even know if this like fits. Oh, I see. So it's like the audio mixer. Yeah.
Did you know you can make passive mob farms? And I don't mean like this. I mean like this.
I guess including the and I don't mean like this, it's not that bad of a hook.
I mean that passive mobs can respawn.
Dash, do you like me? Sure. Do you like to talk to tomatoes?
After you kill them.
Yes.
I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them.
I should look into recording my audio in Audacity. Maybe it would be better.
And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2.
Oh, you know what the other thing that's annoying about it is if you record in Audacity, you have to like do sync sound and stuff, which like, I mean, like I know how to do it, but it's just like an extra step. You know, if I want to record, I guess I could just record my audio in OBS and then you know what I wonder? I wonder if I could like make my audio settings for Audacity and then have it so that when I hit my record button, it records the footage from OBS and records the audio from Audacity at the same time using one hotkey, and then the sound would ideally just be synced up. No, it probably wouldn't. I'd probably have to sync the sound. I could honestly just exclusively use Audacity to record like short audio or like audio where my face isn't shown, so I don't need to sync sound. And then like if I have like a stream clip, it'll just be using stream audio, which is like good enough. I'm so unorganized with my video files. There are 520 video files that I should just delete. Yeah, I have like hundreds of video files that I should also delete. You should do a video or live about how to use Premiere Pro. I mean, I'm kind of doing that now.
And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons.
I'm like almost doing that.
One is when chunks generate. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in them. And 1 is when chunks generate.
That audio line is good. So
One
we'll
is
just
when
delete
chunks
that. There
generate,
we
1
go.
in 10 of them will try to spawn with animals in them. And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, and second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, will spawn fill mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's always
I think this is the one.
And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap.
There we go.
So most people will never
Dash, do you like Home Alone Donald Trump cameo? That is a very oddly specific question.
So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in unloaded chunks. Oh. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. So most people will never. So most people will never. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. So most people will never see this happen. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. So most people will never see this happen because there's.
Dude, I need to, honestly, okay. I do think I want to fix, I do think I might want to either change how my audio works in OBS or use Audacity, because OBS lately has been making it sound like I have a lisp. Listen to this and you might hear it.
So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunk.
It like made my audio quieter at that part, and it sounds like I like start to lisp, and I don't want to.
Most people will never see this happen. Never see this happen. Never see this.
It went from never see to like never see this happen.
Will never see this happen. Never see this happen.
I don't really hear it. That's fair. It might just be because it's quiet for you guys.
So most people will.
Here, I'll turn it up.
People will never see this happen because. So most people will never see this happen because there's.
Maybe you guys don't hear it. Maybe it's not a big deal at all. It just annoys me. I've posted a few videos now that have the lisp in it, but like, it's annoying to me. I might need to. I might be able to. I could probably turn my volume on my stream as a whole down by like 10%, and then it wouldn't have that issue. I still hearing it? Yeah, I mean, I hear it too, but.
So most people will never mob cap. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks.
Why did I re-record that?
So most people will never see this happen. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks.
This take seemed really good. Why did I re-record it?
So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep that take because I don't lisp in it.
If you get
maybe you know what? You know what also is a possibility? I might just like sometimes when I'm talking fast, accidentally, you know, make a S sound that sounds like a TH. It could be OBS, but it also could just be that when I'm talking, I do a little lisp.
But if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn.
I don't think it's me, but I'm not 100% sure because I think that if I lisped, I think I would hear it. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
if you get rid of all the animals in your similation,
it is a good.
In your spawn chunks,
it's pretty nice to be able to blame a lisp just on. Oh, but it was the OBS. OBS did it. It's not my bad. It's not my fault. I would never accidentally mispronounce something.
Mob spawning where they can spawn on almost any block. Any block.
I would never ever mispronounce something.
Most animals can only spawn on grass with a few exceptions.
I am on East Coast.
Also, most animals can only spawn on grass with a few exceptions.
I hope this video. Oh my gosh. I'm so
Also,
lazy right now. I'm so like tired and like out of energy to work today. I'm really praying that this
Also-
works out and I don't have to re-record more lines.
Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like house. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs.
I would love it if I didn't have
Also,
to re-record
animals don't
this
try
a
to
lot.
spawn constantly like hostile mobs. Hostile mobs. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. Oh, you know what? I could probably get this. I mean, mention this thing. Passive mob will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. And passive mobs spawn like hostile mobs spawn. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20. Passive mobs will only try to. Passive mobs will.
It did it again. It might be, you know, it might be that OBS, the second that I clip, turns down my audio automatically.
Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds.
That's fine though. That little tiny lisp is not noticeable to like 90% of people. Dash is scared at the thought of having a lisp. I don't know. I like speaking clearly. I remember in my film class, we did one thing where we were supposed to like tell a story, and then we like did audio editing on it and stuff, and they did not like mine because I edited it like I would edit a TikTok, which is valid, honestly understandable. It was really fast paced for like a story that didn't need to be, but like my teacher was like, you are very well spoken, and you know you're very you enunciate well, which is nice because I don't even think about that anymore. I just kind of speak.
Similarly to hostile mob spawning, in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only.
What an amazing thumbnail! Thank you.
Also, I feel like not burp, but like I have. Give me a second. Is the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn. Also, I feel like not burp, but like I have. Give me a second. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning, in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also,
what's your address?
They can only spawn.
Oh yeah, let me just give that to you.
24 and 128 blocks of you.
No worries. Let me just give you my home address. It's 43210 Timeline Avenue in passive mob farming town in the state of new project, New York. My cousin is in my school. That's great. Texas Lane, North Carolina. Real.
And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile spawning.
Okay, so that fits.
Or if you're in Bedrock, passive mobs just spawn all the time.
I'll probably realistically forget.
Bedrock, passive mobs just spawn all the time.
I'll probably forget tomorrow to write a pinned comment, because I usually
passive mob farms.
Usually what I'm doing is I post my video and then go back to sleep. So the first thing that I do in the morning is post my short. So sometimes I'm very sleepy and I therefore do not, forget to post my pinned comment or whatever. I also, one time I forgot to put the sound, actually very recently, a couple days ago, forgot to put a sound on the video, so I had to repost it, and a couple people were like, why repost? And I commented and responded and was like, that's why. Passive mob spawning works similar to Shribadababa. Real. That's so true.
I mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you. And I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn.
I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java Edition. Let's see if I can fit this in. This would be replacing a line, but we're already on the cusp. Or if you're right here, we have a 1 second. So let's see if I can fit this in here. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java. And most people don't. I think I might be able to. Let's see. Let's find out. Move that to there. Delete that. Oops. Move that perfectly up. Yes, we've done it. Don't have to go and re-record stuff.
You can make passive mob farms, and I don't mean like this. I mean that passive mobs can respawn after you kill them in Java Edition. And most
You pay your taxes? Of course.
people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. One is when chunks generate.
I'm a
one
good
attack
boy.
and try to
I
spawn
pay my
animals.
taxes.
And second is if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill them up. So most people will never see this happen because there's almost always hundreds of passive mobs in the loaded chunks. But if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, you may see animals spawn. But it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on almost any block. Most animals can only spawn on grass, with a few exceptions. Also, animals don't try to spawn constantly like hostile mobs. Passive mobs will only try to spawn every 20 seconds. And passive mob spawning works similarly to hostile mob spawning in that the lower the spawning platform is, the more likely it is that a mob will spawn. Also, they can only spawn within 24 and 128 blocks of you. Or if you're in Bedrock, passive mobs just spawn all the time.
Perfect. All right, the audio is good. Now we get to go do the fun thing, which is we get to record the actual footage for it. So, as you guys know, I do love my punching shots. So we're going to be doing lots and lots of punching. And let's hop into this, I think. I don't pay my taxes. I'm a bad boy. Oh my goodness. How could you do this to us? Where am I going? Oh man. I don't... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I didn't write down the coordinates of this. Oh, I do have the spawning spheres. I could have found it that way. Stop that replay mod. Okay, so... I'm going to get a command block and put it at 0, 0, and it's going to teleport me to here. Oh. Aw. There we go. Okay. Dash is gonna punch us. Why don't you reuse punching shots from previous videos? Because sometimes, most of the time, honestly, I like to have a background. Also, when it comes to sending the shots to my editor, I don't want him to have to keep all of the old punching shots. So I'll just go and reuse them. So I think for this first shot, we're going to... We're gonna, Did I ever get this guy working? I can't remember. Did I get this functional? I might have given up on it before I finished it. Oh, I'm so tired, bro. I need to go to sleep. Where is the command block that I have doing this? That's what I'd like to know. Why is... like, it's printing... like, constantly printing in chat. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Which one? Where is the command block? What command block did I set to do this? Is it over here? It's probably this one, right? No, it's not this one. So, which one is it then? It was happening when I was over here. Oh, it's this one. Howdy, partner. This one, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. All right. Anyways. I'm editing right now too. Swag. Okay, anyways. So, what I'd like to do, I think I'll just do this. I'm just going to be kind of standing in front of here cuz this is kind of like an impressive build that kind of looks like it looks farmy, you know? So, we're going to go a bit further cuz you have to remember that I have to zoom in. So, I'm going to turn off chat box for now, and I'm going to turn off my webcam while I record this, so just letting you know in advance. There we go. Alright, did you know you can make passive mob farms? Next shot will be, and I don't mean like this, and we're going to hop into another world. We'll hop into this one. Looks farmy. It does look farmy. What are you making? I'm making a YouTube short. Where is good spot for animal pen? This is good spot for animal pen, in my opinion. That worked horribly. Don't worry though. I have a plan, guys. I have a plan. Plan is just leave it looking horrible because I'm too lazy to fix it. It is technically a fenced-in area, so, and we got a zombie, which is always lovely. That was honestly the main mob that I wanted to have in the pen, so it's perfect. Cow. We're gonna have one of those like really hyper overstuffed cow farms, as you know, everyone knows and loves. Oh. Few more cows. Need more. Need more cows. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's a perfect cow farm. Optimal cow living conditions. Average Minecraft cow farm. Alright. Oh, they're dying! What? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Wait, I have particles off. Oh! Oh, I'm dying of suffocation! Frick off! Oh my gosh. The skeleton is killing me. What's your CPS? It's not that high. It's like 10. Do I have... Oh, I had fast right click on. That's why I went through that wheat stack so fast. The perfect cow farm, not gonna lie. Literally best cow farm you could imagine. Alright, that's a good shot. That's good. I posted another animation. Cool. I won't watch it. I look away. I see this is what you're doing. Yeah. Don't mind me. And now I'll put them out of their misery. There you go. Type equals item. There we go. And I'll do XP to experience orb. There we go. All right. Next, I mean that passive mobs. No, not midnight. I actually meant to do day. Passive mobs can respawn after you kill them. What we're gonna do for this shot is I'm gonna kill one with like an iron sword, and then I'm going to just do a little reversey of time, and we're just gonna have it. It's just going to come back to life, but like I'm just gonna reverse the footage. Are you smart? I like to think so. Okay, so this, for this shot, it will be like so. I really didn't realize that that guy wouldn't die in one hit. That surprised me. I thought that with an axe, you could for sure kill it in one hit. Oh, I guess that only does 6, where a stone axe does 9 plus a crit. Wait, stop moving. You know what's one thing I love about Bedrock Edition that I didn't mention in my most recent short? Bedrock Edition has less grass. Grass is the bane of my existence when it comes to making shorts or making videos in general. It's just always there, and it's ugly. It's never looked good. Well, I mean, it looks good when you're like far away, but it looks bad when you're like trying to record something and it's in your way, which is like 99% of the time. I need someone to make me a data pack that just makes all my worlds not have grass in them. Hold on. Stop moving, young man. And then I'm just going to reverse that shot. Perfect. Okay. And most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. So then another running shot, and you know what I'm gonna do? Can I do execute at -pum4 run summon Minecraft : cow? Can I summon it like 2 blocks away from me? Aha, I can. So I'm gonna do a running shot, but I'm gonna have cows spawning on both sides of me as I run using a command block. I've gotten so much better at using command blocks, and I'm so proud of myself for that. Oh no. Oh no, there are so many of them. Hold on. Guys, you guys are getting a good look into how the sausage gets made, you know? You're gonna finally understand this is what it takes to make some of the 5, like, it's gonna be like 1 second long shot in my video. At E type equals not player, I mean. Okay. And then, all right, we now are just going to little running shot with billions of cows in the background. Perfect. This shot is going very well. It's going swimmingly, I might even say. Swag. And now all we have to do, turn those off and kill those. Perfect. Holy cow. This is a legendary experience. Yes. These are shots and styles trademarked by the -pum4tm brand, so don't copy or get sued. True. Okay. Next shot is oh, that'll be, and most people don't know this because passive mobs only spawn for 2 reasons. Okay, then so we're gonna turn my render distance way down. I'm gonna TP myself to like 10,000 blocks out. And this shot is gonna be, hold on, let's go locate biome plains. There we go. 115 blocks away. Okay. Next shot. I'm going the wrong direction. Maybe I turn my render distance up slightly. And we get a couple mob spawns here and there. Oh yeah, there. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the shot. That's the shot right there. Oh, there we go. Now we got mobs spawning. Oh, this is big. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got mobs spawning. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. 1 is when chunks generate. 1 in 10 of them will try to spawn animals in them. That's perfect. Perfect. Then, and second, if there are less than 10 passive mobs in all loaded chunks, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. So what we're going to do is we're going to TP myself to 0, 0. And then, what's the passive mob cap looking like? There are 2 creatures right now. But so what we're going to do is just to... More should spawn in a second, right? Tick, warp. There we go. We got more creatures now. So then for the next shot, what we're going to do is it's going to be... One moment. Okay. I just swallowed 72 pounds of sand. Good. Swallow more. Okay, the next shot will be, oh, here we go. It's gonna be log mob caps. And it's gonna be, second, if there are less than 10 passive mobs, I feel like I saw one over here. So I'm going to basically just compile quickly. It'll be a little compilation of all of the passive mobs dying. Where donde estas the mobs? Alright, I guess we'll just spawn some in. Cow, chicken, pig, sheep. Oh my gosh, a pink one, what? Crazy. We including that in the video? Me killing the pink sheep, I mean. Because somebody is bound to be like, oh my gosh, did you just murder the rarest sheep ever? I don't know why I did that voice for it, but it's fine. Oh, I forgot to put the mob cap. I need to hold down tab so that I have my mob caps on the screen. Game rule, do mob spawning. We're gonna set that to false. Then we're going to kill at E type equals not player. Kill all of those. There we go. All right, go and be free. Why? It's always raining. Oh my gosh. Hate the rain. Stop raining. Always raining. Okay. Anyways, I just realized that reduction of spawn chunks recently done by Mojang will make preparation for passive mob farm way easier. That is true. But like realistically, who cares about passive mob farms? Very few people are doing passive mob farms in the first place. I don't really think it matters that much. Excuse me, sir. Bam. There are a couple more. Bam. I don't know where the other ones went. But now that it's below 10, so it'll be, more will spawn to fill the mob cap. And so what I'll do for this shot is, you know what? Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop into this world. I will PayPal you $250 if you do my business homework. What's your business homework? I am I am a business major, so maybe I actually could do that. $250 for homework is kind of worth. Depends on how long that homework is, though, to be fair. You know what, actually? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We go to over here. This is already set up. Okay. We just need to get rid of this, right? And then we log mob caps, right? Bam. And then we get myself a sharpness sword. And then we spawn in a couple mobs in here. This will be the shot, okay? This will be the shot. Oh, what is killing them instantly? Stop that. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is the shot. I might be lazy and not like, I probably am going to be lazy and just speed up me killing them because it would be way too much work to cut each individual one. Okay, and now what we do is we come up here and we go tick warp. There we go, perfect shot. Epic, we did it. Hi, what is this? We're making a video. It's like 7 pages? Oh, nah. Not doing that. Oh my gosh, we got a wandering trader. What's up? What's going on? Come back. Did I kill him? No, I hear him. He's somewhere. Where is he? Where's he at? Where are you? I'm sniffing for him. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find this guy. Oh, I got him. Let's go. Why no face cam? Because when I'm recording, and so I don't want some of the screen being taken up. Because then if I need to zoom in on the side, I won't be able to. It's funny how invisibility also turns hitboxes invisible. I mean, it makes sense that it does. It definitely should. It would be kind of busted if it didn't. I'm subscribing? Thank you. What else am I doing? Okay, so it will try to mower will spawn to fill the mob cap. So most people will never see this happen. Okay, we're going back into that other world. Actually, we're just gonna create a new world, I think. Please dash, my homework is due at midnight. My video is due tomorrow, so I need to do that. What is this build/project? It's making a YouTube short. Oh, let's turn my render distance up. There we go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a crap ton of mobs, just to emphasize how many there are. There we go. We grab chickens. Chicken bomb. Oh. Oh. Some of them just die, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Chicken bomb. Oh, those ones all died of fall damage. Tragic. Oh, interesting. Putting them there made them all kind of spread out. I wonder if me being in them... Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, that's fine. Now we have lots of mobs, so what I'm going to do is... I'll do... I'm going to turn off toggle sprint. So, log mob caps. So most people will never see this happen. And then the next shot, this is actually too many. Nah, it's fine. Because there are almost always hundreds of mobs in the loaded chunks. The next shot, we're gonna summon a fireball. I forget how to do the power colon 127. How do you summon a fireball that's powerful? I literally do it all the time, and I forget how to do it every time. Did I remember to click record when I did that? I feel like I might not have. Let's see. Nope. I did not click record. Summon fireball. That doesn't actually blow things up, though. Summon fireball Minecraft. Fireball explosion power. Oh, it's explosion power. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I forgot to actually record what I just did. Jump scare of my face. Oh, okay. So we need to. Oh, I don't want that in my hand. So this will be for, so most people will never see this happen. And then the next shot is, because there's almost always hundreds of mobs in the mob cap. Because there's almost always hundreds of mobs in the mob cap. In this case, there are thousands of mobs. My girlfriend wants to take away my phone so I work. Good for her, honestly. I wish my girlfriend would do that more. Actually, she did. I had her place restrictions on all my apps. She has the password. It's like all my apps are password protected so that I can't use them more than like 30 minutes a day. Okay. Oh, and then the next shot is, but if you get rid of all the animals in your simulation distance and in your spawn chunks, summon fireball. Bam, bam, bam. Explosion power colon 127. If you, oh, I'm in spectator mode. That's why I was like, what just happened? But if you get rid of all the animals in your spawn chunks, am I crazy? That like didn't do very much explosion. Is it 128? What's the cap? Is it like 100? I feel like it might be that. Whatever. Okay. That's a decent shot for if you get rid of all the animals. But if you get rid of all the animals, and so then we just need to do a kill at E type equals not player. What is happening? I looked away for 1 second. Classic dash pump shenanigans. Where are the 146 mobs? Do I have do mob spawning? Oh, it's set to true. That's the issue. There we go. Okay. You may see mobs start to spawn. So for this shot, we're going to feel like a babysitter dealing with a destructive baby. Yeah. Game rule, fill, what is it? Command block modification limit. We set that real high. Okay, next shot is going to be, we're gonna go, oh, carpet, creative, no clip, true. We love carpet, creative, no clip. There we go. Fill from here to, this is 3, 4, 5. We'll just do like 7 for good measure. 7 diagonal chunks. And we're just gonna go bam. We're gonna fill that with command blocks. We're gonna and we're gonna put the command in there. Command colon slash fill from here to 319 with air, comma auto colon 1b. Did it work? Why did that not work? Did I put a second space in there? Oh, I forgot a tilde. That explains it. Forgot to add one tilde. There we go. I used to have a girlfriend, but she broke up with me. I respect her reason, though. That's good. I'm hiding in a closet. Please don't make noise. Oh, wait. You guys can't see my face right now. Sorry. I was going like this. Like I was leaning up against my mic. She found me. No. Why is your girlfriend like a prison warden? Oh, I'm actually a moron. Figured out why it's not working. There we go. I accidentally, like, there we go. Oh, look at all those diamonds. I want to go collect them, even though I'm in creative mode and could just, like, do this. So nice looking, though. Pretty, pretty diamonds. I love how deep slate diamonds look, not gonna lie. Okay. Fill. We fill this with water, and then we go 1, 2, 3 chunks into the middle, and then we set block, grass block, and we go bam, and we go fill, and we hold on, we actually have to go to this corner. And we go bam, and we go grass block, bam. Now we turn my render distance way down, and it will be you may see animals spawn. Then we're gonna go. Will gamer paste be involved? With what? Okay, then we go game rule, do mob spawning, true. Tick warp. Oh. Didn't even realize that I was in I didn't even realize I wasn't in. Look at those. I wish command block. I'm so lazy though. Is that shot good enough? It might be fine. Probably fine. You may see animal spawn, but isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on any block, or on almost any block. And for that, we'll go over like a couple chunks over to like here, and we'll go bam, bam. That's too dark. Bam. That's too dark. Bam. Actually, there we go. Bam. 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 Is that really all of the blocks in Minecraft? Bam. 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 Set block. Stone. Just so that I can go over here. And we go bam. Bam, 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 bam. 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 Well, there's still a few more blocks. That's not one that they can spawn on. I feel like they can spawn on all of these. Not 100% sure about that. They definitely can't spawn on that. All right, that's fine. And then just fly up. We go time set midnight. That's not how midnight. We go turn that to hard mode. What's the light level on these guys? Freaking stupid lava has to ruin my fun. Ah, get out of here, lava. And also all the mobs are spawning over here though, anyway. Do you have Among Us? I do have Among Us. I bought it a long time ago. Don't plan on playing it, but I do have it. You guys ever heard of the Schmungus Among Us? Stop the tick war. Die. Okay. Now we go to right. We go. Die. 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 Die blocks. Okay. We go to like right here. And then we fly up. How is the mob cap full? Full from who? Where are the mobs spawning? Where are the monsters at? They're spawning somewhere. They must be spawning in these chunks. I need to do a larger area, I think. So sad. That's annoying. I need to make a larger area. Oh my gosh, llamas spawned. What? I forgot that they can do that. Or like, not that they can like spawn, but like, no, I guess that they can spawn. I haven't seen I don't think I've ever seen like a llama spawn. I do. Nope. Go away, taskbar. I don't want you. Wait, how do I swear. Oh, there we go. I want to copy that. Okay, fill there. And then we're going to fill all the way to, I don't know, way over here. There we go. Now we're talking, baby. Now we got a perimeter going. He's gonna take away screen time from me if I don't come out. Bro is like a 9-year-old hiding from his mom. That's so funny. Did you know you can multiply anything in creative mode using only an armor stand? I don't think so. Bro is being watched. I am. Wow, the lag. Yeah, it is gonna, you know, lots of lag from that. Oh no! My platform made of multicolored blocks. It's gone. I have to get more. Wait, that's not one that I want. Bam. 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 No, bam. Not that. Bam. 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 Okay. Oh, I already placed that. That's 9. Okay. Gold ore block. Mushroom stem. Podzol. Brain coral. It's gonna die though, but that's fine. It's whatever. Bam. 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 Mangrove wood. Okay, there we go. Now, we turn our render distance way down. We have 0 mobs. We fly up here. They should just all spawn. It is nighttime. Why are they not spawning? Hello? Why are they not spawning? What's going on? Did I fly too high up? Oh. No? Why are they not spawning? What is happening? It's dark enough down there. I'm far enough away. Why are they not spawning? What is happening? What is wrong with my world right now? Do I need to disconnect? Something is like absolutely bugging about my world. I don't know what though. But they should be spawning. Why are they not spawning? I'm working on a short. Why are they not spawning? It's literally passive. It's hostile mob. What is happening? Okay, actually, well right now it's daytime. That's why they're not spawning. But if I fly over here, okay, they're spawning now. But I go over here and they're no longer spawning. Why? What biome am I in? Wait, is this like a deep dark biome or something? No. Why are they not spawning? I don't understand. Carpets. True. So why they no spawn then? They all appear to be fine in terms of they should spawn. Oh, what block was that? Whatever, I replaced it with a grass block, it's fine. Why are they not spawning? Game rule, do mob spawning? True. It's already set to true. Oh, now one spawned. Am I just a liar and it wasn't set to true? One spawned. Why is the... Guys, why is the spawning so slow? They're at the bottom of the world. Wait, is my sim distance really low? No. So I have literally no idea. I do not understand why. It is Windswept Hills. I'm in Windswept Forest. Does that like only spawn creepers for some reason? Turn up tick speed. But like they're at the very bottom of the world. It should have spawned like instantly. Like it shouldn't have. I wouldn't think that it would even be like a question at all that they would spawn. I don't know why. Like it's very interesting. Whatever. Let's go. Let's do game rule, do daylight cycle, false. And then let's turn that up, and then this will be our shot for, but it isn't the same as hostile mob spawning, where they can spawn on almost any block. You trying to spawn passive mobs? No. I'm trying to spawn hostile mobs. Oh. Alright guys, I do have to end the stream for tonight. Oh, a llama spawned. I gotta end the stream. I will have to finish this rest of this short off stream because I must go. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you guys later. It's actually a really cool visual. Thank you. I work hard to make sure that my visuals are good. You should check out my YouTube banner. Post it in the Discord or post the link to your YouTube channel. Anyways, bye guys. See you later. Have a good night.